So let's take a look at this stack radar. This system is going to allow you to train. It's going to allow you to speed train and quantify your progress. It exclusively links to the Stack app, which works obviously with the Stack system, which is a speed training system that's super clever. There are other things you can do with this. I personally think this is one of the best launch monitors on the market, and the reason I say that will become clear as the review goes on. The Stack radar, what's it all about? Now, if you like the information in this video, hit that like button down below. What you're also going to find down there is a code. A code will come up here, this side, which gives you a discount on this product and all Stack products. So if you are thinking of getting this one, check the best price, use the links down below, or this code to make sure you're not spending too much. So the boxing and packaging is actually quite basic. It's not on a par with the more expensive devices, but you've got to remember this is a much more basic device aimed at a wider range of people. And coming out of the box, you basically get a very fancy little carry case, which I don't think I'll use. The unit itself, which is tiny, it's small, it's thicker than my phone, but smaller than my phone. And then you get a leaflet on what to do and how to use it. You basically flip off the back here. You got to remember there's no batteries that come with this device. So you've got 4 batteries inside. You just got to put the batteries in, but it is not provided. Lots of people will order this, forget the batteries. It'll come, they'll be excited, won't be able to use it. That might have been me, might not be you actually. The form factor is super neat. It's in Stack yellow with some Stack branding at the top. We've got a little tripod thread at the bottom if you want to just raise it off the ground, which is quite useful. 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons on the front, big digital display, and this kind of little window at the front, which is basically the radar, because this is a radar system that's going to allow you to capture some basic info, allow you to improve your speeds. It links with apps, which we're going to come to, but you can do a lot more with this, more than people think. Setting up the Stack radar is as simple as it gets. You switch it on by holding the button. You place it about 5 foot behind the ball, pointing it where you want the ball to go, and you swing your club or you hit your shots. It'll beep, give you an audible beep, and it'll register the speed of the ball and the club and give you a projected distance, give you smash factor as well. 2 points of setup I would consider. There's a little tripod thread at the bottom. Sometimes if you're going to take it out on the golf course, you'll put it down and the ball will be kind of over a little hill and it won't see the ball. So you might want to put it up on a little tripod in that situation. The other thing to remember with setup is you do need to toggle through to pick the club. If you don't, the readings will be dodgy. They will throw out. It gets it sometimes, it misses it. So you top right, you need to toggle through. You need to be able to select the club to make sure that that algorithm has got a better chance of doing all the working out from the radar when it collects the data as you swing or hit the shots. But the setup couldn't be simpler. Now remember, there's no software, there's no gaming with this, there's no challenges, there's no, find your clubs, all those fancy apps. There's none of that beautiful graphics. It's a digital screen. You put it down, you hit your shots, it gives you the data on the screen instantly out in front of you. The only bit of software it does link with is the Stack system, which we'll show you as the review goes on. It measures 4 parameters. It measures club head speed, ball speed, projected carry, as well as smash factor. That much, that simple, nothing else, nothing more, that's it. And that is one of the reasons why I think this is one of the best devices to get people in to understanding their game a little bit more, which we'll come to with the speed training with the Stack system, and we'll come to with what you can do actually with that data. But when it comes to the measurements, they're instant, they're in front of you. You don't need to connect to a phone, don't need to pair, you don't need to aim it up because it's not doing left and right. Plonk it down, hit your shots, and you've got some data if you know what to do with it, can be really useful. So its main use is with the Stack system. I will do a review where I use this and the Stack system to show you basically how they all work and what you can get through using both of these items together. So the Stack system is a system that will allow you to speed train using an app on your phone. It's going to get you to swing a stack system, which has got variable weights and combination of weights that you can screw on at the end. The app is going to tell you, based on what information you give it through some baseline swinging, what weights you need to swing with, how often. It's basically the brain of the fantastic Sasha McKenzie, who has done loads of research in the speed training, and he shared all his research basically in this app using the stack system. I will do a full review on it. So the stack radar links with that app, allowing you to swing your stack system where you don't hit a ball, you're just swinging it in fresh air, measuring the speed straight into the app. You're not then having to interact with the app. The old system before the stack radar came out was that you would swing, I would have voice command on, and I would speak the number that came up on whatever system I was using into the app, which it was pretty good. It wouldn't get it right every time, but it was pretty good. Or you would have to manually input it. So if you want to just swing your stack system, set the radar up, connect it to the app via Bluetooth, and have it just record your session for ease, it is fantastic for that. But for me, that's just one of the uses. This is giving you club head speed with a ball or without. So let's think about it this way. If you wanted to dial your wedges in, get better at hitting your wedges precise distances, you need to swing that club at a certain speed. Then there's loft delivered and strike and a few other variables. But you could practice swinging your wedge at 40 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, whatever, out in the garden. No ball, where you haven't got a chance to hit a shot. Take that information to the course with your radar, recreate those feelings, see how far those ball goes, and mark those numbers down. So if you could just close your eyes, no visual, and you could hit 40 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour with the club, 30 miles an hour, whatever numbers you choose, just to order without any visual, and you knew how far that ball went, when you're on the course, you're just going to go measure 47 yards. Well, 47 yards is this speed. So for dialing in your abilities to find wedge distances, this has to be one of the best systems. Now, there are other systems that do this and a lot more. Mevo Plus, SkyTrak, Rapsodo, the R10 from Garmin, which I've reviewed all of them and they're great, and they offer loads more with gaming and those things, and they would do the same ideas. But it's the simplicity of this just being literally in your pocket, pop it down, turn it on, off you go. No connecting with apps, no connecting up to your big screens. Like, if you want to do all that, those systems are better. If you want a game, if you want to have that indoor sim experience, this isn't it. But if you're a practical golfer trying to improve practical skills, this device absolutely is something that you could have in par with your home sim because it's so easy to take to the course. Or it could be your main device for finding distances. The same ideas that I said there with the wedges could come with your 8-irons, your 7-irons, your 3-woods, all of them. Being able to swing them at a certain speed, and then if you can dial in strikes and delivery at any level of consistency, you'll know what speeds those deliver to the ball stroke it, give you on the course. So you can think, right, I want it a 7-iron, 150, 160, 140, 180. Well, I know the speeds I need to get to. I can practice hitting those different speeds. You've now got a hard 7-iron, a soft 7-iron, a medium 7-iron. Now, another interesting comparison, when I went on the course with my friend from the Golf Shop Online, Ben, we went and played 9 holes and I had the system. He hit a tee shot where his ball speed was 154. I hit a tee shot, my ball speed was 162. We got up there and there was about 5 yards difference in those two shots. And I asked him, why are you only 5 yards behind me, Ben, when the ball speeds were so different? He couldn't really answer. Well, I hit mine slightly middle to low, so it had quite a lot of spin. Not that this measures it, but I know that. He caught his a bit more high toe, so his ball speed dropped down, but the spin dropped down, meaning it went better through the air, like he got more out of it. You can learn so much about your game by understanding ball speeds, fluctuations in ball speeds on the course. How fast you swing the club on the first hole to the 10th hole to the 18th hole, which you could measure in practice rounds with this device. I'll be honest with you, if I was competing and playing, yeah, I'd probably carry my GC quad around. If I was competing not at the level I want, just socially, but I still wanted to play my best, this is portable, it's in my bag, it's everywhere with me. It's just so easy. I think it's so much more than just measuring speed. Remember, you can do it with the ball, without the ball. That's the beauty of it. And then you can try and blend those two worlds to get the most out of your on-course world. So the price is coming up for your appropriate area. This is a great price for entry level. Do you wait and stretch and go up to those high, like a Rapsodo or a R10 or FlightScope Mevo, that slight step up? You do get loads more with those. There's more gaming options. The apps are more fancy. But if you're speed training, this is a must. And the fact that it dials in with the stack system, which is probably the best speed training system out there, is a must. If you are serious about trying to improve your golf and it's not about gaming, I think this is a killer price. So it's not cheap, but it's certainly nowhere. It's at the bottom end of this spectrum of devices you can get. It's also at the bottom end of functionality. If you want it to be easy and effective, you want it to, you know, do all fancy graphics and show you fancy things. But if you know what to do with the basic data that comes out, which hopefully from this video you do a bit more now, I think for the price, it's absolutely an essential part of any keen golfer's kit. So 85, 85, 108, 107, 153, 148, 85, 85. 84, 85, 84 club, 85 club, 105 ball, 104 ball, 145, 142. That is crazy. That is just good. My conclusion is this is one of my favourite devices of all the devices. Now, I love SkyTrak, I love Mevo Plus, Rapsodo is great, R10 is great. I love all those devices and I think they all offer their place. What I love about this is someone who wants to know what I do inside as well as outside, and I want it to be really seamless and easy, and I want a device I can just put on the ground and I'm not scared it's going to get mucky and wet. Like lots of the other devices, you can't, there's nothing to read on the screen, you need to connect to your phone. So in that general round of play, so I've used this where I just playing 9 holes with a friend, I can pop it down and check a few numbers. I can check my ball speeds, my club head speeds. Am I dialed in? I could do that before a round really easy. So for me, I think this is one of the best devices. It can sit along with your fancier radars and launch monitors if you want, like the SkyTraks. If you want that home sim, I get it, this isn't it. But if you want to be serious about improving your abilities of hitting the ball certain distances, improving your abilities to swing the club faster and slower and at a precise speed, it does it all. For me, it's one of my favorite devices. Stack Radar, what do you think? If you want to find out more about, let's say, Mevo Plus, which I think is a great device, way big step up in prices, this video is going to give you all the information on the other end of that kind of home use simulator launch monitor product.